So for today, we're going to be looking at the Seraphim Age Mask. We finally got the helmet, and thankfully the flame is on, which means at the beginning of the next event, the flame will be off. That makes sense. So that way you guys can you'll have to re-earn it. I don't mind that at all. I do hope we get more pieces of this armor though. I think that would be a cool incentive. Like maybe after each of the call to arms, we get a new piece that's on fire. So like maybe next time we get arms or a chest piece or a mark or a cloak or like class item specifically, I guess I would say. And then maybe like chest piece or boots. That would be really cool. To like really complete it. I don't mind that because that would be cool. That being said, it would really suck to not get it and then like get the other pieces. So actually I'm either or on that. So aside from that, if you guys like the video, like, comment, subscribe, really does help because a huge portion of people are actually not subscribed. So if you can do me a favor, like, comment, sub, hit the bell notification, because that also does help. Also remember the Discord is open, so if you are interested, definitely go to the description. That is where the invite is. But if you do join, all I ask is that you showcase your best set. So let me know what you guys think. Other than that, here is the hunter set. So yeah, when I saw this helmet immediately, I was like, okay, so obviously I'm gonna combine it with the Sun Apex strides, either that or the chest piece. The chest piece is also really, really good, and do not sleep on it. The only reason I was like, I'm not gonna use the chest piece is because I really like the combo for Warriors Memorial Cuirass with the Sun's Apex strides because of this leather pouch right here. It, like when you see it from the front, it goes really well with it, which is why I'm like okay with it being there. Obviously Caliban's hand is a good choice because of the blades. It glows. The mark or the cloak honestly is either or. You could really do whatever you want with the cloak. If you really wanted to, you could do this one, which wouldn't look bad in my mind, or you could do like something like this one, which I almost went with this one because it does look really cool and I like the fire right here. Or you could do this one as well, but I chose this one because I like the metal part right here. It gives it more of a like a medieval warrior type of thing. And I think the asymmetry works well with this one because the arms are asymmetrical and the boots being asymmetrical is also a really good choice. So shader wise, we're going with Continuum Alloy just because the helmet shader is pretty bad in my opinion. So let's actually, here it is. So yeah, it's weird. It's a little weird because it's like a silver, but like this, you can see it on the silver right here, but this is more of a burnt color. So this is like a super off color, and unfortunately the helmet I guess takes that super off color, which is very annoying, which means that Carminica is not going to be used for any of the classes, which is very unfortunate because I do like Carminica a lot. But I do think this still came out really cool. Let me know what y'all think. As for Titans, yeah, this one was an easy choice as well. I knew I immediately wanted to use the chain piston just because I like that one a lot, specifically the Centhoseps chain piston ornament. This one's funny because you could do a lot with this one. You would do the Radiant Breaker, which is what I did, and then Radiant Breaker mark with the chest, Solstice Graves for the boots, and I think this looks really cool. That being said, you could also just do this if you wanted to, which is this one, and then switch this out for this one. And this actually wouldn't look bad at all in my mind. Like this actually looks pretty cool. Or I probably would just do this instead because as much as I do like this set, I think this one would go a little bit more hard. What is this? Iron Panoply? Okay, hold on. This one, switch this back to that one, and then this one. So I don't mind this one at all either because it does give off the vibe of like the chainmail. He's like wearing the chainmail in his head type of thing. So this is also an option. That being said, I also wouldn't mind this one just because the boots look a little out of place. I mean, to be fair, you could really just do like this one. I wouldn't mind. Something like this also doesn't look bad. I want some fire in there, so that's why I still have that there. But Titans, you guys are gonna get a little bit extra here because I actually really like the Radiant Breaker arms. So that's the other one that I would probably do. So hold on. It was this one. We could do something like this. Let me go here real quick. Was it a chest piece? I'm trying to, oh no. It was this one. I was trying to remember like what the exotic that I would put on this as well. And it's this one. Yeah. So I would probably do something like this if I really wanted to have yeah, obviously not all of it because I have to take this out, but I probably would put either this one or this one. Yeah, so something like this I also think looks pretty hard, bro. Actually, like this actually looks a little bit better in my head. The only thing I don't like is the helmet looks a little weird with the shadering, so like something like that would be pretty cool. Actually, wait, no, I'm so for real. Okay, so yeah, I don't need to worry about the shader because the glows are actually just fixed right now. So if you really wanted to, you could go really ham. You could do something like this, which would look pretty decent. Yeah, that helmet shader's like dog shit. Actually, this one's pretty cool. I would probably do this one. So yeah, Titans, let me know what y'all think about your sets. And last but not least, Warlocks, you guys have this one, and I'm gonna be so for real, this looks a little bit better on the males. That being said, it still looks really cool. The only thing I don't really like is the shader, which is no surprise there. But actually, it's the same thing with the Titans. You could pretty much put any shader you want on this because all of the glows are fixed. So if you wanted, you could do something like this, which does not look bad at all, bro. Actually, this looks pretty fire. Unfortunately, that helmet's pissing me off a little. So again, you just have to find a shader that's like not bad with it. I would probably say this one would be the best choice. Because this shader does have the orange glow to it. Night's Chill is such a good one for that. You could do this one, but I don't think it looks well, and it doesn't have a red glow in case you're using, for example, like one that I wanted to use was this one. So Night's Chill will have that orange, which is why I like it. This one doesn't work because the helmet is a really weird color unless you can find like another red. Then I feel like that would be meh. I don't like it, but yeah, I do think this one looks pretty cool. I would definitely switch back to this one, and I think this looks super cool. The only thing that's a little weird is that I don't feel like it looks good with the Warlocks just because it's too bulky. Maybe make the helmet a little smaller and I feel like they would be a little bit better. But Seraphim Age cover, Sunbracers, Dawnsinger robes and Bond, and then Hawk's Fury boots, and then Night's Chill for the shader. But honestly, like I said, you could really use whatever shader you want. Like this actually looks pretty decent. This one definitely not, because that helmet looks fucking crunchy. This one looks pretty cool, but remember this is like a really purple glow, so this does look cool though, bro. Actually, I'm gonna do this one. I like the brown and red. I feel like that looks really good together. So yeah, I enjoyed making these sets because this helmet, I was fantasizing about this helmet for a while. I'm also really happy because I ended up getting the 1% stuff, so I did get the first of the new emblem, which means I'm probably going to be rocking that for everyone. Hopefully you guys got the Desert Burnish as well, because I do think this ornament looks really cool. But let me know what y'all thought about the event. I do think it needs work, but I like it a lot. So appreciate y'all coming to this point. Remember, actually, if you do join the Discord, show me some of your Seraphim sets. I would love to see that. But other than that, be safe. I will see you guys later.